me just prepare them the next day instead?
Don't you just love knowing you're being stared
I
at?
don't need to know my spells.
Even though I don't think the thing that's staring at me knows that I know that it's staring at me.
Let me pull
Oh,
up a Google
it might
Doc
know.
real quick.
It might just know.
I'm gonna go ahead and start getting.
Little do we know, there's some like supernatural being that was watching you that just started freaking out as you said that.
Why is it full screening both? You know what? I don't care. Well, I do kind of care, but hold on.
This.
Do I care?
I care just enough because it's full screening my both views for me, and I only need to full screen the one, so I can actually access the browser.
Look, I technically need to have 2 backups and issues. I already have a backup Oracle, which I do want to play an Oracle too.
Yeah.
Obviously,
I want to play all the
obviously, if
classes.
Lena dies, I just need to play the next character that I have build made up to level 24.
That's not Chad, is it?
No. I only
I
got up to level 19 so far on that.
I have a bit of an unfortunate history with Oracle class due to
20.
1E, specifically the Pathfinder club we had, and my
Oh.
DM. You know, the DM that made
Fair.
things awkward for me to begin with.
That's
Mhm.
fair.
Yeah.
But I can just play my swashbuckler if Lena dies, right?
Sure.
I mean,
I have options. I can play 1 of 3
Because
different classes.
technically, I stuck to the one rare with my Kanrasu changeling swashbuckler.
What? That's funny.
Questionable.
very
So
questionable.
many levels.
And I made a backstory for them that does kind of make sense. Like, within the sense of lore, it does.
Do I even have a rare on Dawn?
I don't think you do.
I don't think any of us have a rare on these characters.
I do.
Oh,
I don't know if
Pretty
I do.
sure
I
I
don't think I do.
I mean,
think I do.
to be fair, the rare description is just, is it in the area of Taldor? That's literally all it is how often do you see it in Taldor?
I think I had a rare on Lena, anyways.
Whatever. No, I don't.
Because, like, anything that's from the Far
I know
East, that's all listed as rare until you go to the Far East.
That is
Mhm.
common as frick.
I mean, not anything from the Far East is listed as rare because, like, Kitsune is uncommon, but
Right. They do shift, though. They shift quite a bit. Now, you know, our certain demigod class, yeah, that's just going to be rare regardless.
Yeah, not normally everyday people are demigods.
Unless we're in the area that is basically ancient Greece, and then they are uncommon.
Yeah. Iblidos?
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. Like you said,
Sure,
Because-
I believe it.
If they're
Well,
following the
as
Greek
far as the-
pantheon, they're uncommon.
Cyclops.
Yep.
Well, that's because Zeus gets around, obviously.
Not just Zeus.
Yeah, but he's the one who's most known for it.
He's the most known, but every single god got around.
Yes.
Except for Artemis.
Yeah, because the Artemis chose that.
Artemis and
Hera?
what was the name of the god
No,
of the
even-
forge?
Hephaestus?
Oh, Hephaestus.
Hephaestus.
Hephaestus
didn't get around.
Even
something
Hera
to-
got around a bit.
I mean, I guess he didn't get
And-
around, depending on
And
Lord
Ha-
married Aphrodite.
Hades, depending on the lore.
Yeah.
Depending on the lore,
Most forms of Greek lore, though, Hades did not get around.
Well,
Poseidon
Hades also
did.
just
Poseidon
straight
did
couldn't
stuff.
leave the underworld for the most part.
I mean, he could for short periods of time. That's how he wound up kidnapping
Persephone.
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 Yeah.
He also has a helmet that makes him invisible. It's awesome.
But
Mhm. Yeah, that's what
specifically,
Persephone.
Persephone was the first woman that ever struck his fancy, and there was only one other after that.
Mm-hmm.
But Zeus, it's all women.
His name I can't remember.
Zeus was.
And
But
sometimes bad.
in some lores, Hades also went for Nyx, goddess of the night.
Yeah.
But there's all the minor gods and
I mean,
the
in,
massive.
depending on in some lore, Hephaestus is the father of Talos, the bronze protector of Crete.
Mm-hmm.
Poseidon gets
Yeah,
on
I've been
against
recently looking.
Cyclopses.
And Hephaestus, the man that basically never had any care for love, was the husband of Aphrodite.
The goddess of love.
That I don't think was
Yeah.
his choice.
No, it wasn't.
Oh.
Because I know Ares
I mean-
is still bitter about that.
He agreed to it, but that was it. Like, it was basically I mean, if you need me to, sure, whatever, I'll marry her.
And Ares is like, you son of a...
Ares just like to fight everyone, to be fair.
Well, Ares and Aphrodite get along a lot. They're essentially the couple.
So you're saying I can't be a
You're saying I can't
I
be
can't,
a
I can't be
puppet?
I can't be a skeleton exemplar then.
Good luck
Puppet
surviving in this campaign as one.
I could survive as a puppet exemplar.
Better yet. I'm going to play a skeleton guardian that has high charisma, if not maxed charisma, and very high deception.
Steve, you're not Skeleton Knight in another world.
No.
We're on an Infinity 2 skeleton.
Industry.
That was Osto Voskor, okay? The skeleton champion. I've already made him. No,
You, of course you did.
well, yeah, I made him. We were in the fucking
Well,
Mad God Hex Crawl thing. That's who I was.
yeah.
That's true. That's Mad
So,
God. They're all the Mad God. Should play at some
But
point.
no, I just want to be. I want to be a skeleton, and then see how long I can live without people realizing I'm a skeleton.
Look,
Is that what your idea is for my campaign? After I said you're probably gonna get treated like the
Yes.
You literally are. You claim you're not, but you were literally just creating Skeleton Knight again because that's like half of his story.
all I'm
Hey.
saying,
It wasn't in relation to Skeleton Knight this time. I'd forgotten about Skeleton Knight completely. No, I was just. It was just as a player, how long long can my luck be with my rolls so that the NPCs don't find out?
About 5.
Like,
all I'm saying
Straight
is
meta. Well, nothing but meta.
if we make it to at least level 7, then I can absolutely play Mika.
This
No.
is true.
Oh boy.
I
Get to
just-
7.
We need to be high enough level for her to have the Daywalker feat.
Well,
I can't remember if that's 6 or 7.
If we get to level 7,
Ancestor feet, so 7.
like if we get to level 7, by that point, but with how long it would take us, my new character might just be a necromancer.
And here I am saying I want to play 1 of 3 classes and that's it, and I'm okay with this, but I have nothing else past that. Somebody help me.
Actually, I think it's level
I have
6.
like 5
not-
different thaumaturges built.
Because it's not a ancestry feat.
So that'd be 6.
It's an archetype feat.
It's archetype
Yeah,
56.
the undead archetypes,
Get evens.
which they haven't been remastered yet. Because Book of the Dead is still not remastered.
Anyways,
Am I
we
wrong?
were going to go reconnoiter
You're
and
correct.
explore the world.
Oh, yes. Reconnoiter.
Do some
Please help.
recon.
Explore these areas to find a place to build a kingdom.
Yay.
And
We're
We
gonna
were
do
gonna
that on the
go
way.
reconnoiter by the old sycamore and then start like following the river back up, if I remember right.
I think that was the plan. Or
Yeah.
not the plan.
Oh, and I have to introduce like 5 characters in this time period.
I believe in you,
Ooh.
Bryce.
Yes, in 5 hexes, I'm supposed to introduce 5 characters. Thanks.
I mean-
Jeez Louise.
1, 2,
I mean, we don't have.
4,
Why don't we
5, six,
reconnoiter on the way
7,
there, and then also reconnoiter down the
8.
road.
Yes, it's like a day per. It's a day per.
A lot of
hex.
caravans.
You have a lot of opportunities, including the Crooked Falls, which
I
maybe
mean,
someone's there. You got the
you've
Navacta's
got-
crossing.
You've got 13 hexes before we get to Brevoy.
Maybe someone was following Mr. Gnome guy. I can't remember his name anymore, and it's the Skill Cavern one.
Alright, so we walk out the fort and run into a party of 5 adventurers.
Another adventuring party.
I mean, to be fair, you could probably split them up into 2 parties if you wanted to do that, like a party of 2 and a party of 3.
Depending
Well,
on the characters.
I could do that for some characters. Some of the others,
Well,
no. I can't.
Well, the group of 3 that we saved and they decided to stick together, they become a full party. Yeah.
Yeah, that group I can...
The dwarf, the barbarian, and what's the other one?
Yes, that group I can have you just run into at some point. Again,
The elf.
The elf. Okay.
Definitely an elf.
yes.
I couldn't remember. My brain was saying dark elf, and I was like, I don't think there was a dark elf. I don't think there was.
Yeah, effectively.
Yes, that
Okay, there's a
that
difference
group I
between
can have
dark
you run
elf and
into.
being goth.
But based on
The
that,
gothic elf.
let's see here. There's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm going to count those 2 together. 11 total groups of companions. I'm going to say groups because 2 of them you are supposed to meet together. Amiri, Lindsay,
Yeah, Lindsay.
Valerie, Haram, and Jathal. So 5 of those 11 you've already met. All the others you're supposed to meet. And basically, you were supposed to meet almost all of them
Oh.
either before or basically right after killing the Stag Lord,
Bryce.
according to this book.
I say that for Octavia and her companion that we're supposed to meet together, just make us meet them right there. I'll be surprised if you actually wait for that hex to do it, but
Why are you doing that?
just because.
Just because?
Yeah. I mean, I know what the 2 that are supposed to be met together are. That's all I know.
May I ask what this Google Doc is?
That is the Kingdom Notes.
Oh,
That we don't have access to.
I should have.
I've requested access.
You need access. Request access or switch to an account with access. You did not set the access to people with the link.
I did.
Clearly not.
But
Say?
so
Nope.
There we go.
Of this
It should
list-
work now.
just as a reminder, Lindsay traveled with you. Amiri. Let's see, it was Amiri,
Mary shows up. Like the other ones that we've already met. I think
Valerie,
just show up
and
randomly.
Harim were the 3 who decided to travel together.
Harim. I like Harim.
Harim was the dwarf.
Yes.
Jathal
liked Harim.
was not part of that group, if I remember it correctly. She chose to go on her own.
He said who?
Jathal, the totally elf.
I thought she stuck with Harem.
She might have stuck with Harim. Because if that's the case, then that was a party of 4.
I think she stuck with her M.
Because Valerie would have been with them as well, along with Amiri.
Valerie, like, didn't officially join with them at that point, but probably would have anyways.
Yeah. Basically, to keep it simple, that group you won't encounter again until basically as you're settling the kingdom. For my own sanity.
Who needs that?
But they could come book a room tonight.
Let's not talk about the fact I need to... Considering you guys are not planning to come back to Oleg's, there's supposed to be another character that shows up here because you were expected to come back multiple times.
Guys,
I mean,
just did it all in one shot.
I wouldn't say that we're never going to go back to Oleg's.
I was gonna say we gotta figure out trading stuff.
Understand that
Okay.
this character and basically what they're doing and what they ask you to do is a like level 2 thing.
Oh, cool.
Okay,
That's...
we're still level 2.
Just
Wait, no, we're
looks-
level 3 now.
We're
You're level
3.
3, and if you continue
almost
for much
level 4.
longer, you're going to quickly start leveling well past where this is truly worthwhile in terms of XP. Like, it might be useful still in terms of kingdom stuff, but...
So, if I may make a suggestion, how about we all as players agree that Oleg has asked us to gather more radishes. So we go get the radishes, come back, and then that person is there. Meanwhile, while we're getting the radishes, we reconnoiter that hex.
Okay.
I'm okay with this.
Okay with this.
Look,
I'm just trying to help Brian.
I know.
We can make the GM job easy. We can do that.
Oh.
You know, we've all been on the other side of this, so we would like to make his job a little easier, simply because we've all forgotten things.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not gonna ask you specifics on what kind of plants are around here. What are the exact looks? How do they taste? Gosh, I hated that so much.
How do they taste?
Literally, I hated that so much.
If I go harvest them for an hour, how many bushels of them do I get?
Okay.
Are they good
I'm gonna let you
quality?
know- I'm gonna let you know, Christian. Thank you. I am now playing a nature-based character. That is one of my first questions.
I will yeet you. I will yeet
No.
a hawk in your general direction. Say, oh look, the giant just happened to be practicing his throws. I guess Steve's gone.
Well, good thing I'm Jotunborn. A Jotunborn guardian with high nature.
Anywho,
Oh my goodness.
They're crushing you.
Oh. Look, this is
Kingdom D's nuts. What?
What?
Did someone hold on?
I don't.
I didn't.
Who did that?
Who did that? Because you just sent that. I thought you did that because you were the one with
No.
the picture.
I just didn't catch that. I'm deleting that.
Um,
Zor is not in this campaign, so
I don't know, Alex. You're being very quiet about this right now.
yeah, Alex is being very quiet.
Alex, you still there?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, he just
He's
muted.
there. Alex, do you have
I
something
can't
to tell the
shoot.
class?
Hey, I did not do that one.
No.
Oh my goodness. Hi, Coco. How are
Yes,
you?
I did make it 2 thoughts. Yes, I muted my headset because I was laughing too hard. It was worth it. I did not expect that to stay, obviously. Duh. Gotta laugh, and that's all that matters.
I mean, let's be real. It's going to be the Kingdom of Coco.
Oh
Kingdom
my
to Coco?
gosh.
What?
Don't
What dog?
Oh
Dakota.
my gosh.
Also, in case anyone caught it, I don't know if I had to press enter or something, if no one saw it, but I put C7, which is just 6-7 in French.
I saw that someone
Kingdom
put
de Coco is
6-7.
not that good.
I didn't see the C set.
I already have to smack kids at the dojo for saying that, because they know better.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I actually, like, I've never run into people IRL that, like, did brain rot stuff outside of work. My mom sold the scrap heap we had as, you know, her old car that just kind of rusted away out front. And I was talking to them to make sure we didn't need to, like, you know, move the cars or anything. And they're like, yeah, the tow truck should be here on, like, you know, 6, 7 p.m. And they started went off, started chuckling to each other, and started doing the meme. I was like, I hate everything about this.
No,
This
it's
is in front of
terrible.
my house.
During a work meeting, someone wound up making an estimation of 6-7 of something, and like so many people at my work did that. To which I just went, you know, we are a full room of millennials and Gen X, and you just did that, and that proves why it's not cool now.
Yeah. No,
Yes.
and like I'd be talking about something that has the numbers, and the kids would start doing like, "Oh, we've told all of you not to do that anymore."
The worst part is, it's literally the two numbers next to each other. Like, you can't avoid it.
Yep.
Well,
Sometimes it's
yeah,
6,
I mean, that's
sometimes it's 7.
that's part of
Sometimes
it.
you turn 6, and eventually you're gonna turn 7.
Exactly.
But
Mm.
anyway,
I like Kingdom de Coco. That one was fine.
so yes, we totally are doing a. You guys are gonna take a day, travel to the radish patch, take another day,
Reloader.
reconnoiter it, take one more day, come back. Totally.
We should reconnoiter the tile we're in right now.
I mean, you can also do that.
We should do
Take
that.
even longer.
Here's the one problem I have. There's no good way to track which tiles have been reconnoitered in this system.
Hmm.
Can you
We
get
don't
that
have
one?
the
You're giving me
ability to
anxiety.
turn random tokens on. We can make a token. We can make a reconnoiter token.
I mean, I could
You know,
add
I
like a
just
little.
turned on show colored hexes, thinking, hey, maybe we can use like the colored hexes, and I just see all these little campfires pop up.
You turned on.
There's an option for show colored hexes.
Yeah. I
It
see
looks
the
like a little teardrop
campfire.
or raindrop.
That's cool. I can see those.
Yeah, there are
And
little.
it's got campfires.
Where do you see this?
That's-
Wait, are these the
At the
places
pla-
where we
these are the
camp?
places where we used the camping tool.
Wait, how do you see this?
Huh.
That's hilarious. That's
Just-
hilarious.
There's under the token.
I was
controls and
wondering, 'cause-
standard controls. There's a spot that's show colored hexes, which looks almost like a raindrop.
Yeah, that's actually kind of cool because you are like by the camping rules. Once you've already explored an area to camp, in that hex, you know the safe place to camp, a safe-ish place to
Mhm.
camp, and so you don't have to redo the like find a camp spot again, unless you
I
want to find a
think it's
better one.
I think it's a different symbol based off of whether we critically succeeded or succeeded.
Yes, it
This
is
one's
because the
tiny.
yep.
This one big.
Turn this on here, over here for
That's pretty neat.
Stream to see.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I will
So
leave
I
that
wonder-
on.
I wonder if there's anything though that you could use the colored hexes to mark what's been reconnoitered.
There's also a toggle hex controls, and while I don't have anything, it just highlights information about it. Maybe the GM can do stuff
Oh.
because it says. Yeah,
Oh
Those
no,
brings
so
up
yeah,
green-
I toggled it. It actually highlights on my GM side the hex number, says the zone it's in, the terrain type, the travel type,
Yep.
what's in, if it has anything special in it, like a note, and then if I
Oh,
double
God.
click, I can mark it as reconnoitered.
figured it out.
Yay!
So now, for instance. Oh, okay, yeah. So like the this hex here is a failed campsite.
That's what we failed.
Meanwhile,
Thank you, Foundry, for being awesome.
this is a success. And it's actually like an
Yeah.
added feature.
Neat.
So, let me double check the rules on Hexploration. Hexploration, PF2E.
Well, when you've got the hex controls toggled on as a player, when you scroll over it, you can see zone, terrain, and travel type.
Yeah.
And the hex
Hover
node.
over it.
Technically,
Yeah.
technically
Yeah.
speaking, Old Sycamore's hills, not plains. I don't know if that matters. Let me go double check. Why did it?
That
It
entire
would matter.
area is kind of hills, according to this.
Yeah, let me. I gotta go find the
And
tab
the
again.
section is
Kilos, charter,
Wait, no,
or
it's Heartland. Heartland.
it's
there you
hills
go.
or plain.
Yeah.
It's the
Okay.
same.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
considered the same.
There's a beauty of having a kingdom sheet built into Foundry.
Though technically, that should have adjusted our travel speeds in those hexes.
Technically.
Do I even? I just made that entire Google Doc, and I'm looking at this, and like everything I put in there is
Yeah.
already right here.
Yep.
It's there and it automatically fills.
That's what Alex and I were pointing out.
It's like it
Well, I'll go ahead and remove the Google
Oh.
Doc and delete it.
auto-fills.
Yeah. Okay. Reconnoiter is just a
I'm
group
gonna do the
activity
extra work. How
in
do I-
which
If you really wanted to, you could use it as a backup in case something goes wrong.
I really should
That's
probably
it.
take backups of the game every once in a while, just in case something goes wrong. Thankfully, Foundry now has a built-in thing for that.
Mhm.
Yep.
But Foundry also now is on version 14, which means soon we'll have to force upgrade if we want the newest things, like in the Pathfinder stuff. But I won't be upgrading until I know for sure that it's safe to.
Fair enough. Cool corona.
But yes. Reconnoiter. You spend time surveying, exploring a specific area, getting to lay of the land, looking for unusual features in specific sites. Reconnoitering a single hex takes the number of exploration activities equal to the number of travel activities necessary to traverse the hex. 1 for open terrain, 2 for difficult, 3 for greater. Traveling on roads doesn't lessen the time. Once the hex has been reconnoitered, you can map the area to reduce your chance of getting lost. That hex, you automatically find any special feature that doesn't require a check to find, and you attempt to the appropriate checks to find hidden special features. So, wait, there's a navigation check?
What?
Where's I'm not sure what navigation checks they are talking about. Because you can map the area. You can create a map with the hex successful survival check. When you have an accurate map of the area, the DC of any check to navigate that hex is reduced by 2. But there is no hex navigation.
Under travel rules, navigating, since direction activity uses survival to find which way is north, you can combine this with recalling knowledge about the area, typically nature or society, for the PCs to get their initial bearings. The DCs for these checks are normally trained or expert if the group is still fairly close to settlements or established nations, but might be higher the deeper they are in the wilderness.
So in other words, we should have probably been doing a lot more with the travel checks, which would have slowed you down a lot.
Yep.
Probably.
Lovely.
PCs try to find their path forward, think of ways to include notable landmarks they can seek out or stumble upon. Some of these might be useful, such as a great tree off in the distance that they can climb to get a better vantage point, or a mountain slope where multiple plumes of smoke billow up, which might lead them toward a settlement. Cough, cough, or volcano. Others might be mysterious or dangerous, such as haunted glades or an animal's hunting grounds. When the PCs look around or scout, pick 2 or 3 landmarks to point out. Let the group decide on their course from there.
Yay.
And then the next section is getting lost.
Yep.
Goodness.
So basically, I should have been rolling a lot more about the travel stuff, which would have slowed you way down potentially.
Yeah. Might have made us have to come back and be like, maybe we're out of supplies, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Though honestly, there's a good chance that we would have consistently had at least one person that succeeded at survival checks.
Yeah.
We do have a lot of power there.
Man, you guys keep getting quiet all of a sudden. I don't know if that's Discord being weird or what.
I mean, I'm also. My mic's
Oh.
far away.
Hasn't made any difference for me.
So I'm wondering if it's just Discord then.
That would be my guess, because yeah, it's been relatively consistent volume for me, for everyone.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Anyways, you gonna take a day to reconnoiter Oleg's trading post area?
I don't see why
Sure.
not.
Yes.
All right. We start off with you reconnoitering Oleg's trading post. And stop giving me the party. You're not going to stop giving me the party, are you?
Give me the party, but not really.
It's not going to let me hit.
I moved it. There you
Yeah.
go.
We cannot reconnoiter a hex that we are on.
Well, that's a little
Not
awkward.
the issue.
That make any difference? Oh, it's just highlighted green now.
Yeah, it's highlighted.
There you go.
Ooh, it's a slightly. Oh yeah, I guess that is.
Queen.
That's
It's a
really
simple highlight.
unfortunate. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. The colors,
Not really.
the
We
green
don't
on green.
want it to be super obvious.
Look, we do all
We just
to
want it
everything.
to
It'll
be
be a little
so
more
that we can
obvious.
tell.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you are still at Oleg's, so it's fine, like, for today. Do you wish to take another day of downtime to map? Does someone want to try to roll to map this area? It would take another day of downtime.
Another day.
Looks at survival. I'll let the survivalists do this.
I'm just debating, do we even really want to take a day of downtime for that? It's Oleg's.
Yeah, we're coming here for the trading post. Not really much else.
And it's a pretty obvious trading
I-
post.
Yeah, I think we can skip mapping here. Map
Yep.
the Radish
Radish
Patch area, but
Yes. Definitely Radish Patch.
You see where the pesky other kobolds came from.
we can give that way we can give a map to Oleg of the path to the Radish Patch.
The funny thing is they know where the radish patch is at. It's just
I know.
dangerous for them to travel.
But maybe we can find a way of mapping it so that they have a safer route than what they knew. Who knows? Anyways. Yeah, reconnoiter, don't worry about mapping this one, and then go to the batch patches and reconnoiter and map.
Okay.
Because woods and such are a lot more useful to map.
Yeah.
Whereas out on the plains with Oleg's trading post, it's like, oh, which way to the... Oh, I see it in the distance.
Yeah.
These are only 12 miles across. Only. And you have your new horse now. Now that we dropped the two off at
Mm-hmm.
the trading post and they did whatever they did. so I don't have to summon a horse for you. Which means I'm gonna change what I have prepared before we actually go out.
Fair enough.
Let me just look at all of the level 2 and below
Spells.
rank 2 and below primal spells, because I have an option between any of them. Well, any that are common, at the very least. Yeah, that is a point. I can get primal spells because I don't have rare and uncommon available to me by default.
And technically, they're all rare in this book, so. But it also requires you to, do your influence stuff with everyone.
Hmm.
What does this do?
Hey, one of the group chats, someone's like, anyone know a good browser, software, etc. to make a website? And someone's like, well, I mean, you could learn, use Visual Studio to go and build the website yourself. I'm going, you're asking someone to build one from scratch who has no idea what they're doing.
They
by
don't
doing
even know a site to make one to start with. They definitely don't want to make it from scratch.
Yeah, I end up just responding with, just use some. If it's something simple, just go to a WYSIWYG site like Squarespace.
Squarespace, Wix,
Hashtag not sponsored.
hashtag very not sponsored.
Very not sponsored.
But hashtag we're open. We're willing.
But
Hashtag give us money anyways.
right. So yeah, there's a number of those like WYSIWYG sites out there that you can just basically just go pay for a domain, and they have tools to just build a website on the domain.
And for those who don't know what WYSIWYG means, it means what you see is what you get. Just wanted to make that known in case anyone didn't know what that actually meant.
As I totally didn't spell it that way, but it's whatever.
I'm going to note something. Since we had the downtime where we sent a courier to sell a bunch of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
if I take a loss of 6 gold pieces, can I have kept a gemstone worth 6 gold pieces from the stuff that we sold,
Sure.
and then have cast a spell on it one of the days that we were in downtime?
Which spell?
Everlight.
I expected that.
What are you gonna make shine forever?
A gemstone worth 6 gold pieces or more. That's specifically what the target is.
That is
Oh.
the cost of the
So
spell.
it just makes a stone
And
of
it's
light.
a duration of unlimited. Yeah, it makes a stone of light, and I'm just going to hand it to Laylee so that she always has an option for light.
It's just an ever burning torch. Stone
Yeah,
edition.
basically.
That's funny.
So if Laylee can put that in her inventory, I'll take out 6 gold pieces.
That works. I'm fine with that.
I'm just going through the spells, and it's like, man, I would absolutely have just done that so that she always has a light on her.
Okay, and it's what would it be called? Just a gemstone? No.
Just put a generic item in your inventory and just call it Stone of Light. I'll have to mess with it to make it actually be like a light source so that you can like pull it out and turn on the light around yourself, but
I mean,
I guess.
here. Stick that spell effect on it.
what color are you choosing?
Pink. Because it seems fitting
I'm-
for her lately.
I put pink as the color. Alright, so put this spell effect on the Stone of Light.
I think you can do that.
I don't know if it applied.
Let me check. That's not what I wanted.
And I don't see it. I'm gonna do Stone of Everlight. Just so it's very clear. I love how I could sell off a 0 gold piece item. That's goofy. It's the only item I can do that with, though. Not going to, but.
It's technically worth 6 gold pieces, by the way.
Can I even change that? I can.
Well, it's there
Wow,
now.
that's 0.6 platinum.
It's 60 silver.
600 copper.
If existed,
1.2 electrum.
30 Electrum?
Yeah, I was about to say 1.2 electrum.
Wait, is Electrum? What is. I don't even want to know about the measurement. If that was 1.2.
Actually,
I thought Electrum was.
it's half a gold.
Is it half? I
So,
thought it was 5
yeah.
gold.
Oh, Okay.
It
there-
depends on the
Fine.
system.
Okay. Yeah,
Basically,
probably
I'll have to just
some-
copy over the rules for Everlight for the spell effect because it's not wanting to copy them for me.
Because there should be an item that is literally just an Everlight crystal.
I can take a look real quick and see. Compendium search. Yep, there is an Everlight crystal item. So we will do this. I will dump that. Nope. Dump that from his inventory. Take this, dump it into his inventory. Add that on there.
Well, apparently in Pathfinder lore, electrum is equal in value to silver.
Change the light color because I can actually change that.
Because electrum crest. Absalom no longer mints crests, but some were created during ancient crises as coins of mixed silver, gold, and copper. They are accepted only in Absalom at the same value as a silver weight.
Yep. There you go, Christian. It's now under your equipment section because it's
Oh, okay.
technically an equipment.
So. Okay, and you deleted the other thing.
Yes.
Okay.
And I actually set it so that its color when you pull it out and its
Will be
effect
pink.
will glow pink.
You can do that?
I can do that.
Yeah.
That is absolutely fantastic.
You can mess with the light coloring on almost anything in this. Like Foundry has a lot of really nice tools, just built in.
Foundry is a good VTT.
Yep. And then you can add in stuff like one of the software I use, that I pay for token stuff for maps. They are actually building in Foundry map maker using their token system and using Foundry's token system and whatnot.
Actually,
let me know how that goes.
I have a small correction. There are no good VTTs. Foundry is an excellent VTT, and the others are acceptable at best.
Yeah, Roll20's trying to get better. Trying.
Honestly, it depends on which game you're using.
That too.
Yeah.
Because, yeah. Fun fact, did you know Foundry has its own game?
Yes. Its own game or its own rule set, are you talking?
Well, its own rule set.
Yeah, you're talking the Crucible rule set.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know about it because I backed the Ember project that they're doing. And they're basically writing it for 5e and Crucible. Which is also another massive exploration, but they have a lot more like in-depth stuff built in.
Yeah, it's a rule set built for VTT.
Yep.
Don't worry, everybody. Since we're heading into the forest where we might wind up in a fight, I've prepared floating flame. Nothing here sounds questionable.
Why does that just look like a Shin Megami Tensei character?
Mind you, floating
'Cause it is.
flame is effectively molten sphere. Just the remastered one.
Yeah. All right. Now, remember that all creatures attack on sight. Yeah, tell that to the stuff that constantly says, "Yeah, you roll. It's an enemy creature attack." Like,
remember that not all creatures attack on sight. I don't need to remember that not all creatures attack on sight because my party member attacks on sight. Haru.
What?
You are the one that attacks on sight.
I do. This is true.
Look, technically the way that this like the automated like roll for an encounter stuff does it just ignores the Hexploration encounter rules and rolls just straight the encounter table in the zone. I'm like, but Hexploration rules state that it's a like I rolled for an encounter, now roll for type of encounter. Now if it's an enemy encounter, roll for determine what type of enemy encounter it is. Not just roll for an attack. Yeah, it's like 3 different rolls to actually get to an enemy. But it is what it is. Anyways, yay, rules and all that fun stuff.
All those fun things.
You all head, without really needing to understand direction, you head towards the radish patch. Takes about half a day to get there, or actually about a day because of the difficult terrain. That is the forest. Is it just difficult terrain? Okay, now I need to double check my exploration rules on the difficulty of terrain and what is considered. Because I believe difficult terrain is that it should take twice as long in travel. Traversing a hex with difficult terrain, such as typical forest or desert, requires 2 travel activities.
I can cast Advanced Scurvy on someone.
Advanced C# deficiency? C#. Vitamin C deficiency.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I prefer B flat anyway.
We are going to make it so that they are unable to use the programs. I'm sure there's some C# in Foundry, right? It just can't be on Foundry because they have C# deficiency.
Oh my god. I can't believe I said that.
GG's.
You're good.
At the risk of sounding like I have brain rot, I think you're program maxing, Bryce.
On a success, they are enfeebled 1 for a minute.
Steve, I think I'm programmed brain rot right now. Programming
On
brain
a
rot.
failure, they're afflicted with advanced scurvy at stage 1. Critical failure.
Jeez.
Afflicted with advanced scurvy at stage 2. The 4-stage disease. Stage 1 is enfeebled 1, and the damage dealt by persistent bleed effects is increased by 1 for 1 day. You know, that might be good for this party.
That's pretty nice.
Stage 2, enfeebled 1, fatigue, and the damage dealt by persistent bleed effects is increased by 1d4 for 2 days. And if they hit stage 3, then they're enfeebled 2, fatigued, and the damage dealt by persistent bleed effects is increased by 1d6 for 4 days. And the fact that on a success, they're still enfeebled 1 for a minute, and it is not an incapacitation. It's not bad. I don't really want to get into touch range to use it, so, like, not picking it up. But it is hilarious.
Okay, so I'm looking at the stats here for these roll tables, and they must just expect you to just roll on the encounter table and not roll on the what type of encounter you ran into. Because there is a chance to run into a hunter on like the zone 2 table. But in order to do that, it's a 25% chance to go to the zone 1 table, and then it's a 3 in 20 chance to get a hunter after that. So the chance of actually running into a hunter is, what's that? 5 over 20 times 3 over 20? Is that right? For probability?
Sure.
Which is 15 over 400?
Which would be... You can take 5 out of each, so 3 over... 80?
Yeah.
3 over 80.
Of running to a hunter? I mean, if you're just exploring the open area, and that's actually not... That kind of makes sense. You know, the chance of just running into someone that isn't hostile in the middle of the forest. And the deeper into the lands you go, the higher that number becomes. The harder it is to run into random people that aren't hostile. But, yeah, okay, we travel. I need... So we'll take about a day and a half to get to the radish patch. Because while it's open terrain in Oleg's, then it's probably... I mean, if we look at their drawing, Oleg's is on the far side of the hex. So roughly a day across that hex, or half a day because you're riding horses. And then because it takes 2 to travel all the way across the hex, you probably find the Rash Patch. Again, in this one day, but you wouldn't be able to get past it. Next day, you take time to reconnoiter. I just got to do this so I can actually get to that. What does this actually do?
I'm still kind of looking at what my other level 2 spell should be, by the way. And I just found a typo. I wonder if it's specific to Foundry or if it's actually...
Which spell is it?
Steel Fortifications.
Which means you guys won't see that anymore for a sec. It's just me being curious on something.
Okay. It is a Foundry issue because it is correct on Archives of Nephthys. But
okay.
you conjure several metal structures that consist of angled beams attached to one another at a central point, which can help block attacks. You creature up to 3 large structures.
You creature?
You're up to the what?
So, in Archives of Nephthys, it correctly says you create up to 3 large structures. They put
Okay.
creature in Foundry by accident.
I see.
It's
So
hilarious.
hovering over the hex adds that the radish patch and what it is there, but it doesn't give you the note about it, so you would lose track of the note. Is that now? Yeah. So, alright, that's all I wanted to know, because I just wanted you guys to be able to know that it's there. So you can see that it's there, but you can't actually do anything with it. Alright. Is someone going to take another day? Let me roll for an encounter real quick. Where's the camp sheet? Because that has the button in there for it. Are you all going to... I take you're just going to camp for a night here, then?
Why didn't they?
I don't see why not.
Use the radishes instead. Wait, no, we're not at the patch yet.
No, you got to the patch. And I know you're going to take a day to reconnoiter, so I take it you're just going to camp at the patch, basically.
Yeah, I mean, that's where we were camping before here.
Mm-hmm.
That way we don't have to use up any rations, because we can just eat radishes
Yep.
until we, completely ruin the radish patch.
Okay. So on your way here, you don't run into anything. During your reconnoitering, which would be another day, technically, you don't run into anything. Let me just... ignore those for a sec. So that was the day of travel, because I don't know if I actually moved this forward by a week. I don't remember if I did. I don't think I did, actually. So I'm just going to move this forward by a week first. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ignore all the rolls.
And the constant shifting back and forth between day and night.
Ignore my chortle. That wasn't nothing. Don't
Yep.
worry about it.
Then the next day is the day you traveled. Now we are on the day. Just ignore this.
Shoulder blades, buddy.
Just say it's 8 a.m. This is the day of reconnoitering. If you guys are just, I'm going to say for now, you're probably going to do, you're using the radishes, so we're not worrying about burning rations or anything like that. It's not the best food, but it is food. For the day of reconnoitering, just because this just helped me set some stuff off a little bit. Deposit PC. I can just dump your tokens on this map, on this. Huh. Just do it this way. Haru.
Hello.
You hear a strange noise off in the distance.
Certified.
Sounds like a dragon roar.
I
Sorry, what-
figured
well-
out what my other rank 2 spell that I'll have prepared is, because Lena's always going to keep this prepared now due to paranoia caused by the centipede.
Well, can
There's
I
Liquid.
investigate this strange noise further to see,
Okay.
try to see what caused it?
Go ahead and roll a perception.
I figured as such.
There's nothing there.
That don't seem right. I guess I'll grab my bow and try to keep an eye out of what's
Okay.
going on.
Well, nothing seems to. You don't really notice a whole lot throughout the day.
The radish patch doesn't count as a resource
No, it doesn't.
or a
Uh,
landmark.
Nope. But later in the day, Haru, as it starts to get to night, throughout a little ways down through the trees, it looks like there's some sort of light shining.
Shiny, pretty.
Huh.
What's up?
Is it pink? I'm kidding.
Can I look at what's causing this shiny light?
Roll another perception.
I can attempt that.
You're not quite sure. It's a little ways off and through the trees. But it almost looks like some sort of like foxfire.
That seems dangerous.
Oh, hey, Christian.
What's up?
Since you have the Stone of Everlight in your inventory, you should remove the Everlight effect from your character.
Probably a good idea.
Oh. Oh, shoot. Oh, I gotta go to the O-legs.
Mm-hmm. I went in there to see if the pink light was showing up around you. There is definitely light that was showing up around you.
Whoops.
I think the pink light will show up when you're have it set as
Equipped.
yeah, equipped, held. I think is actually what
Held,
we
okay,
said.
yeah. Held one hand or two hand.
And having it stowed will have it not show, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, screw it. Walk towards the shiny light.
You walk towards the shiny light, guard up. As you get close, you notice it's looks to be a couple of lights before they wink out.
Just gonna. Gonna guard
And
up
you get
like,
attacked by the will-o'-the-wisp.
hello? Someone
You know,
there?
I've got to say,
No answer.
if we get attacked by a will-o'-the-wisp in this campaign, it is so much more fair than in the previous one.
Oh, and 1E versus 2E.
No. When we were setting up random encounters for Bryce's last game, a
Oh,
wisp
no.
was one of the possible things that we initially put.
Mm-hmm.
And then when
Uh-huh.
I actually looked at the stat block after it got rolled, it's like, Bryce, can we change this? Because we're a party of spellcasters and it's immune to magic.
Yep.
Oh!
Yep.
Yeah, no, that's right. That sounds about right.
Well, after. Let's see, yeah, I'm gonna go start walking backwards, looking at these wisps, seeing if they're chasing me or following me.
No?
That seems fine.
Next person to watch. Hey, you see anything? Nah. Some lights. And then all of a sudden, attack!
Or when Alex never makes it back to the camp.
And so, the end of Haru's story.
Just is confused and walks the wrong way because it's hypnotized him.
No, he gets back to camp fine.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay at camp. Make sure nothing gets close. Watch the floating lights of death.
Okay.
I really should do
Goodbye,
recall
Coco.
knowledge on what the heck they could be.
Yep. Goodbye, Coco. I mean, you could try to roll recall knowledge or any or other type of thing.
I'm gonna attempt a nature recall knowledge.
Okay.
See if I can figure out what the frick is making weird magical floating lights.
You remember hearing rumors that as part of this woods in this area, that one of the reasons why it may never have been truly conquered is that the Fae may have a strong presence here.
No boy.
Yay, fey magic.
Little do you know that was a nat one.
And if it is Fae, you actually, with what you rolled, you know that if they are actually making pranks on you or doing something around you, you could always try to appease them in order to try to make it stop.
No,
Cool, I
Lily's
do
got
at
a
least
shiny
know the
pink
language of
rock.
the Fae.
Usually with some sort of gift or a few gifts, as they like to call it.
But do I know what particular gift would be most effective? These wisp creatures.
Another check.
Yep, I would say roll another check for knowledge about what might.
Hiya.
Fae tend to know that they like often things like bits of jewelry, alcohol, sugary foods, maybe a little bit of potion, but definitely not things like metal items, especially cold iron. I was gonna say
The
cold
thing
steel,
that
but
I have on me. I totally don't want that.
I gotta go pee real quick. I'll be back.
Do have
Just
a
shout out
potion?
into the nothingness. Here, you can have this. Set down a cold iron thing.
Sits down the sickle that I have.
just need to wait to hear yelling.
Looks around for potential things that I could use. Jeez. Don't really have a lot to offer. I don't.
We kind of sold it all.
Yup. Apparently we have a flask of wine in our equipment. Fuck.
Technically, you turned that in, I believe. Wasn't that the...
Think so?
Or was that the wine you kept for yourselves?
I don't know.
That's a flask of wine, not the bottles of wine.
That's a
So
flask.
Yeah.
it's different. I just don't remember what it's from.
So...
It might have been looted off of him after, like it might have been the leftover.
So you
It
could
might
definitely leave
have
some of that.
I know what, I'm gonna offer a flask of wine.
Okay.
I'll offer to them in Fey because I can
Yep.
speak Fey.
Sounds good.
Go me.
Roll a diplomacy to make an impression.
Oh, cool. This can only go poorly.
It went pretty well.
It can only go poorly. Slightly better, but poorly.
Okay. That is unfortunate for you.
Unfortunate?
Yeah, the fact that you have nothing in diplomacy.
Well, yeah. I'm totally the charisma character.
It is the character that goes by the idea of stab first, then ask if we can make peace.
Yeah,
It makes sense.
Stab first, ask questions later.
it's more the way they do their roles in this and what the DCs are. I don't know
They
if
expect a plus.
they have to expect some sort of plus because you are basically never making this check otherwise.
Cool, as I expected.
I mean, a nat 20 would probably work.
That's just a failure.
So,
If that's just a failure, Alex, then that means that it's a DC 30.
That is fair. It'd just be a success. I can't talk to people. I'm not very talkative. I'm not very good at the talkies.
yeah. That's just a really high DC for something that's supposed to be kind of low to start.
Well, screw me.
I mean, it is supposed to be a moderate thing for level 2, so.
I need untrained on improvisation, then maybe I could do it.
Yeah, untrained I cannot speak. Untrained
thing you-
improvisation seems to be an almost required thing for something like this.
Well-
I'm just saying in like this style of game in general.
Maybe I should bring Adari back if I lose Lena. Because Adari would probably genuinely be
I
good
bet.
for this campaign.
I think it would have probably been better on my side.
Hi, you.
Mitz would be terrible.
How are you?
It's not that she'd be terrible, but just
She'd
wouldn't.
wind up siding with the Fae.
Probably. if it was more powerful,
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah?
more chaotic.
What's up, Coco?
it would very much depend on which one would better her aim, which one would be better for her goals.
Yeah.
Sorry, I am
The-
currently appeasing a Coco.
The extremely high knowledge checks across the board combined with having untrained improvisation and surprisingly okay diplomacy. Because she was trained but had no charisma bonus.
Yeah.
actually would make Adari okay, at least for this campaign, and probably actually good.
Mm-hmm. But
Skill monkey in this party?
But that's not who I'm playing.
that's the other thing. There is no skill monkey in this party. Not-
Yep. That's our biggest weakness. We have no skill monkey in a heavy roleplay campaign.
Especially no charisma focused one.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I totally want to play a thaumaturge. Hey, look, I can be charisma.
I could make a mastermind thief.
Also fair.
Well, mastermind rogue. Points the same.
No, you're gonna take both of them. You're gonna be a thief and a rogue, or a thief and a mastermind. Be
I will
broken.
only steal from Haru. It's fine.
So I
all part of
assume
the plan.
they just continue to float there.
Well,
Like, I
they
did offer them
they
and-
disappeared when you approached.
Fair enough. Well. Sounds alright. Go back to camp.
Okay.
Do you leave the line?
Ish. Do I leave the line? Do I not? High or low?
Well, you wouldn't be able to make that diplomacy check if you don't
Yeah,
leave the
fair.
line to begin with.
Uh,
You're leaving it for someone that you don't know is there or not. So
take the line. Drop it off. Leave.
it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense to say, "Here, do you want this?" Place it, and then immediately grab it and walk away again.
No.
Well,
Oh,
the thought was, here, do you want this? And then kind of stay for a little bit. And when nothing happens, then he gives up, kind of thing.
I'm happy to leave it on the ground.
Okay.
We'll watch the area. It's a little bit of wine.
The night passes with no more incident. Are you going to take time to map this hex then? Is I'm going to actually do that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can roll survival for that.
So another day. As you do so, there's light precipitation going on.
Oh no.
Well, it means it's going to take a couple of days to actually map this hex now.
Oh no. It's just straight survival. Is it public roll or?
It is. It's just a concentrate survival, so. Typically at a trained or expert DC, so.
I rolled slightly below average.
Right. The fact that they just say typically at X DC means they're just expecting DC per level, I'm guessing.
Probably.
Or just
Or they're-
simple DCs.
Or they're indicating.
Yeah, it's
that,
probably simple DC.
Yeah, it's probably simple DC and kind of indicating that depending on the terrain of the area, it might have a different minimum.
Right.
Yeah, if there's no level associated with the task, then just simple DC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just map the area. As long as your group has successfully reconnoitered.
Reconnoitered.
I can speak today, guys. I swear. Reconnoitered the hex. You can use this activity to create an accurate map of the hex with a successful survival check, typically at a trained or expert DC. When you have an accurate map of the hex, the DC of any check to navigate that hex is reduced by 2. So technically, you still should have navigated the hex, but I'm kind of giving away of you've been through here before already. And you were coming from another hex, so you didn't need to get your initial bearings. It's kind of what I'm going with on this.
Also, can I make a suggestion? Can
Yeah.
we shorten reconnoiter to just recon?
Yes. I mean,
Even though
that's
that's technically not what recon is short for.
We
It's
can.
totally short for reconnoiter.
But either way, you successfully do your successful survival check. It will take 2 days to do. So while the mapping happens, what does others want to do during that time? Because mapping is a per character thing. It's a one character thing.
If someone else thinks they could succeed on the check, they could map
I'll try to.
half of it so that we only spend 1 day.
I'll try my hand.
I would
I
think
don't
that
mind
would work.
trying.
I would like to aid.
Yeah, I have a +6. So.
Why would you give someone a minus?
Hey.
I also have a +6.
Basically,
You're
now
always
is the
better than
time that
me.
you can just do what they say here. Besides fortifying your camp and mapping the area, other things you can do are basically any of the downtime activities and various exploration activities.
I love various exploration activities.
I
It's
feel like
not-
Haru would spend
rumor is not
time
available.
fortifying the camp.
Yeah,
That just sounds like a Haru thing to do.
I wish to fight the fire.
What? Wait, what check is that?
I'll.
To fight the fire.
No,
I fortify the camp.
I mean, I
Just
can cast
fortifying.
Conjure Elemental if you want me to prepare it.
no.
It is a
just
crafting
looking at
check.
the
It is
exploration
crafting to
activities.
do fortify camp.
It's what?
Crafting the fortify camp. Anyone keeping
fortify
watch or
camp.
defending the camp gains a +2 circumstance bonus to initiative rolls and perception checks to see creatures attempting to sneak up on the camp.
That sounds like good.
I vote
Done.
for fortify camp.
That sounds about right for that character.
And is that a That's not a secret check, right? Or is
Nope.
it? Nope. Okay.
Ooh, wrecked barricade.
It's not listed as
Good
secret,
downtime
so
activity.
Hey, 25.
Some of the exploration things are very specific to other.
Adventure Pass, yes.
Yeah.
Like the fact that there are 2 different secure disguises in the downtime activities.
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if it's obvious that it's a not an adventure pass specific thing, like, yeah. And I mean,
Skeletons.
this is the point where if you wanted to, you could have Lindsay coming along with you as you start traveling along, you know, to have like downtime and have her kind of get her opinion on stuff after this Hex 2 and whatnot. So, but as this is going on, Laylee, are you trying to help map or are you?
Yeah, I was going to.
Okay.
I just was waiting.
Yeah, go ahead and make your roll.
Oh, was that supposed to be secret?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
You are able to map half of it yourself.
Let's go.
But can I recruit wildlife?
As you're doing so, though,
I might be able to do that while I'm mapping.
yes, Coco, can I help you?
Dude, I have a
Trying to
cat doing
recruit
the
the
same thing.
wildlife.
I was gonna say, the GM has recruited wildlife.
Come here. Come here. Coco, come here.
Oh,
Come
no,
here.
cat! You can't be up on my desk! You Googler.
What? She's just sitting there. I'm like, come here. And she just whines at me.
I wish to administer.
What
Yeah,
is your
about that.
problem?
Damn it.
She wants you to join her under the desk.
I am fighter man.
Mm-hmm. Really?
I am cat tamer, I guess.
But
Oh, buddy. What is Laylee?
Laylee, you'd see a couple of floating stones. Just small pebbles just floating in the air.
I will notate this on my map. Floating stones.
You do as you do look down and notate it. You hear a clink, and look up, and they are no longer floating.
Scratch that. No floating stones. Could I do a nature real quick to see if I
Go
there's no
ahead.
phenomenon maybe? Blind. There we go.
You're not quite sure.
What
Okay.
you do is instead of just scratching out, you list it as you just like force in before it. Sometimes floating stones.
Oh goodness. Well, I don't think anything of it. I just move on. I don't know. That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Do.
Okay.
You're just like, these things happen.
I was about to say, it's like I barely understand magic enough to know what I can do. I'm just not. Maybe it's part of the
The
environment.
day goes on. You guys are able to, working together, be able to map most of the hex. A little bit of difference in mapping styles, but it was pretty good overall. And you're able to rectify it and create a single map.
I'm like walking around and talking with the animals in the area to ask them about the surrounding area.
Mm-hmm. And as you kind of reconvene for the night, Dawn, you're like, yeah, I think these, I did a pretty good job with these defenses. And then you notice, all of a sudden you notice a small tiny hole appear along one of the spots that you had filled in.
I angrily stare at it and mentally, basically in my mind, I scream, "No, you don't. Go back." I just stare at it.
As you just stare at it, nothing seems to happen. You just know that it was a spot you filled in, and now there's a hole there.
I would like to make an Arcana check.
Go ahead.
Recall knowledge if I know what the fuck's happening here.
Nope, not with that one.
I shore up the hole by stuffing something in it.
Okay.
If I knew I had like a stick or something.
Mm-hmm. All right. The night goes on. And as it turns to evening, let's see, when you guys are settling down, trying to get some food, when you hear the sounds of movement in the brush nearby.
Can I tell what kind of movement?
Definitely just
Like, does it sound like footsteps, or does it sound like...
Hopefully it's not a cannibal.
It definitely sounds like footsteps and like a body pushing through the brush.
I mean, I will watch in that area while making sure Kitty stays on guard in front of me.
Okay.
So, shall I seek, since I'm going to be specifically looking in that area?
What do the others want to do while this happens?
Oh wait, I
Sorry.
technically have a plus to that because of the fortification, don't I?
Yep,
So, I did not account for that.
it's fine.
Sorry, I got distracted. What's happening again?
There's some noise in the brush that sounds like footsteps and and at least a body moving through it.
I'm just gonna be going, wow, Don, your fortifications are great for watching. You even put little eye holes in there.
I'm gonna look very irritably at you.
I don't know if there's actually any holes, but if we could get away with that.
I will probably join Lena just because I don't like if it is something harmless, it is what it is. But if it's something, actually, Lena's got a pretty good AC, right? I can't tell.
I mean, my AC's the same as yours. I don't know why my AC matters, but
if you get attacked, but I'll join Lena, then just to make sure if something happens to be there. Seek action. I guess I'll just keep an eye out for it. There we go.
Okay. How about the other two?
Yes, I will also. Oh God, I will also try to seek.
I'm kind of surprised that you aren't stealthing.
I mean, yes, I'm just gonna. Someone's sneaking up on us. I'm gonna hide.
Ambush the ambusher. It's normal.
Yeah, but I get a +2 circumstance bonus if I seek.
Okay. And that just leaves Haru.
I can do things. Oh, goodness gracious.
You can do things if you want. You can just also choose to ignore it.
I ignore.
You're too busy cooking the radishes.
Yep.
Oh, I
Too
didn't
busy.
add. Damn it! I set the circumstance bonus up, but I didn't press the add button.
It's fine. Lena,
I forgot what circumstance too.
you are pay attention, and are able to, or the first one to notice, a goblin come wandering out of the woods.
Goblin.
A funny little goblin.
Do they look aggressive?
Don't let it go.
Goblin Slayer.
I mean, if you want to be a goblin slayer, I'd be questioning your character at this point.
I was just thinking of the Goblin Slayer bridge. Oh gosh.
When the class comes out, anyone can be a goblin slayer.
Hey buddy, what's up?
Let me double check
Frankly,
a
I'd be
couple
more
things
likely to
here.
be a goblin layer.
He kind of looks in. You see him kind of just rub his belly, like hungry, and looks at you all. Goes and kind of puts a friendly grin on his face. What he think you can kind of assume what he might think is friendly grin on his face. Doesn't look very friendly, but it's also a goblin. And goes,
Look, I'm not racist.
and basically says, "Oh, hello there. I'm Knock Knock."
Alright.
Who's
I've been
there?
introduced to a new character. Let me pull up the notes.
Somewhat lower his guard and. Well, hi. If you're hungry, we're in the middle of a radish patch. They're all edible.
Ooh, that
Just
sounds
don't eat 'em
tasty.
all.
being annoying right now.
That's because you're distracted. You can't be distracted from Coco. Coco must always be your primary source of attention.
Well, I think she's also being a little more attention hungry because I was gone, most of the last couple days. And when that happens, she tends to be a little more clingy and want more attention.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta get the hobbits.
But yeah.
Okay. Knock Knock goes and kind of grabs a couple rations, just starts kind of munching on them. Not bad. Definitely not the best for the Great Knock Knock, but it'll do.
Great knock knock.
So what are you doing all the way out here by yourself?
Me? Oh. I'm here to be a hero. You all look to be like hero types yourselves.
Suppose
I
we
would like
might.
to sense motive on that statement.
By all means.
Lately, just being like slightly flattered, being like,
My mouth was full of cookie. I was gonna sense motive, the same thing. Especially when this is a short shanks.
I mean,
Where's the
yeah,
hobgoblin?
you have extra reason to question things.
Oh gosh, that's beautiful.
Hey, goblins call taller things long shanks. Okay,
Yeah.
so I extrapolate because I'm medium sized.
Oh, they're just called
Goblins are
elf
short
knight
shanks.
ears.
You goddamn long shank.
I can't wait for bugbears though. That's gonna be fun.
They seem to be normal in what they're saying. They at least seem to believe it.
Right. Well, I'm glad you have good intentions. That's
What-
about all I have to say.
What's the others' take on this random goblin showing up and claiming to be a hero or wanting to be a hero and calling you all heroes?
I mean, it is suspicious, but
This is definitely a strange little goblin.
I don't think it's suspicious, just weird. Though I guess we did kill the tyrant in the area.
Well, knock knock, what heroic deeds have you done lately?
Do that to Bryce like that.
Shh. Give me a sec.
Uh,
Give me a sec.
how dare I ask a question to an NPC?
About past history? Of course.
Okay,
So
out of
also these
character.
probably all have information for that stuff, but
Out of character. This is a joke, so don't actually answer it. So, hey, knock knock. What are the flavor of those radishes? Have you tasted any vegetable close around here? What other vegetation is there? What does it taste like?
I still maintain it's knock knock, so the question is really who's there.
what kinds of grasses and kinds of flowers are in this area?
What's the regular cereal grain for consumption in these parts?
A serial killer.
Oh, cannibalism's common here.
Again?
again,
Is there gonna be another Shia LaBeouf?
But Knock Knock's gonna turn to the question of what things have you done when he goes. Well, I'm glad you asked. You see, Knock Knock's from a little bit region far away, but when my village was invaded by a Hydra, I fended it off and got these as a result. And pulls out to Kukri, as well as kind of points to a short bow on his back. But
So,
because the village got destroyed, I decided to travel and ended up here. Trying to follow the Great Mother's will and become a legendary hero.
Earth Mother?
Wrong Earth Mother.
I
But
feel
sure.
like I need to sense motive again on the whole Hydra comment.
Can I just
At that point, I don't know
recall
what to do to
knowledge
say.
on the Hydra?
Sure on the recall knowledge. I believe that's nature.
I would hope it's nature.
I actually want to recall knowledge first, and then if I know what a Hydra is, then I'll want to sense motive.
Yeah, that's my thought.
Let me just double check that they are nature under recall.
Whatever they are,
Yep.
they're higher level than us.
Nature
gonna
or
sense
Arcana,
sense
actually.
motive first.
Neither of
Sounds
you
like-
quite can remember what a Hydra is.
Sadness.
All right, let's do the smart thing.
Okay.
There's recall knowledge.
Done. He said or Arcana. You got this.
That's Hydra.
Nope. Even lately, it doesn't quite ring a bell.
Okay.
God, dog with your high
I
That's
like
what
how
I
you say
forgot.
even lately when I definitely had the higher chance to do it.
Oh yeah.
I think Lita's the +9 to nature, right?
I'm just +6.
The
Yeah.
+11.
Don, are you going to try to
Plus
recall
11
knowledge?
to nature.
I'm +8. So I get good nature.
Steve,
Oh,
you
it's
there?
Arcana. I think Steve might be.
What was the
well-
question?
Are you going to try to recall knowledge about what a Hydra is?
You can do Arcana.
You can do Arcana on it. Or nature.
So Arcana.
Nope. None of you are able to quite recall what a Hydra is.
That is unfortunate. Because I should have at least had a decent chance.
Just like a sense motive, just to make sure that it's like he's speaking truth. Because I have no idea if what he said is powerful, but I haven't heard of it. So
Yep.
Personally, my character believed him that he was trying to become a hero, so without knowing what it is, there's no reason to doubt what he's saying.
true. I'm just gonna do this. Just in
You
case
can
he's
tell
fibbing.
that he believes he is telling the truth. However, there is something behind it that seems off.
Do you have any parts of this so-called Hydra, Glock?
No, I don't have those. I just kind of needed to get out of town after it destroyed it, you know? And I had to go become a hero. I already did one heroic thing, right? So time to do more.
Wait a sec. If you stopped the Hydra, how did it destroy the village?
Why did you need to get out of town if you saved it?
Let's all that up.
Well, I didn't say I saved the village, did I? I just said I defeated the Hydra.
If you defeated the Hydra, shouldn't the village be saved?
Unfortunately, I was outside of town when the Hydra attacked. By the time I got back, the Hydra was still there, but town had basically been destroyed. Village.
So where is this village? Or
So I
the
guess-
remnants of-
I guess you got vengeance on the Hydra then.
Yeah, I did.
Doesn't sound that heroic, though.
What do you
Nobody was
mean?
saved.
What do you mean? Facing down a big multi-headed creature of my size? I'd say that's pretty heroic.
Impressive, perhaps, but heroic requires helping people.
Don't worry about it. I'm at the end of the day, I'm just trying to become one of the Mother Goddess's heroes.
Can I do, like, a seek action to try and size this guy up for how strong he is?
Sure.
Is that an option?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like,
Just like, I'm not expecting to get any information on, like, actual combat ability or anything. That's
Right.
more specific class stuff. Just, is he in the realm of RDC, of our level of something? Does he look stronger than us, weaker than us?
I kind of looking
About
at
the
him
same?
to start with, he definitely looks a little bit weaker than you guys. He's kind of decently geared out. You know, he's got his looks like he's got like a small pouch on him with some stuff in it. He's wearing a religious symbol around his neck, kind of a little bit obscured by behind the leather armor, but
So, one, with him having specified a big multi-headed beast like that, can I use that information to try again on my nature check for a Hydra?
yes.
Given that I've got more context than
Yes.
now.
You know, after that, that triggers the thought of what a Hydra is. It is as we all know, the large multi-headed creature that can regrow its heads. There are, of course, multiple types of Hydras in the world. False Hydras do not exist in this world, as far as I'm aware.
Can I do another recall knowledge on how strong the weakest Hydra is?
Sure. Even a weak Hydra is something that is expected to take probably a group of at least somewhat seasoned adventurers to take out.
Basically, a weak Hydra would probably kill our whole party.
Yes, because for in game terms, Hydras are level 6 creatures.
I see.
And even if they have, they're huge, by the way, not large. I missed that. And yeah, they would even weak with the weak stat, they would be a level 5 creature, which would be for you guys now that you're slightly more skilled in ability, you probably could attempt to take one on, but it would be a difficult fight.
Also, cough, cough, out of game. Hydras in Pathfinder are in Pathfinder 2e are kind of known to be stronger than they're supposed to be. They're one of those creatures.
Yes.
I mean, it's multiple attacks. we do the multiple heads.
Ye-
Ooh.
If I remember right, they get to attack everything within their range, up to the number of heads, I think.
Yeah, which is kind of insane.
So they completely break.
they
the
get
action attack.
an extra reaction per round for each head beyond the first, which can make reactive strikes.
Yeah.
And then they have a skill that makes a number of strikes up to the number of heads, each against a different target. This attack counts towards the multiple attack penalty, but the map doesn't increase until after the Hydra makes all of its attacks.
So it's
You
got
know
like
what?
one really good attack, and then after that, very
Here's a
potential to be maxed
question.
out on the map.
Since I know that they have regrowing heads, do I know how to get them to stop regrowing?
Sure.
I figure I need to make another roll for that.
Yes. No.
Well,
Not a critical
the
failure, just a
question is-
failure.
the question to him is the same either way. I just, don't know what the correct answer is.
Yep.
Which is, so Knock Knock, how did you get the Hydra's heads to stop regrowing?
At hearing this, Knock Knock goes, "What? You see, as he kind of fades out for a moment, seems to have to think about it, and goes, yeah, regrowing. Yeah.
I feel like I don't need to make a sense motive check here.
Yeah, he kind of can't come up with an answer to that.
Oh,
I
so
mean,
their
Knock
heads
Knock just
regrow,
kind of
huh?
hit and hit and hit until it died. At this point, give me a
Are
sec.
you sure the villagers didn't already do a lot of the damage?
That's perfect. Everyone here can tell that he's absolutely lying. And he's like very like hesitant and shifty at this response. Sorry, I had to roll the deception check first.
Yeah.
He nat one.
Ah, yes.
Oh, at the completely unexpected question, it caused them to have to nat one.
Remember, kids,
Um,
heroes don't do drugs.
Do you think I can get away with a sense motive to try and determine, is he lying about what he did, or like is he lying about doing it alone kind of thing?
Go ahead. At this point, you can it's becoming kind of obvious that he definitely didn't kill the Hydra.
Yeah,
Though
that's obvious.
he seems to have basically almost fully convinced himself that he did. Basically, he is turning into self-delusion.
Oh no.
No one said he was the wisest and smartest character around.
No, he's a goblin.
I
named Knock Knock.
I kind of feel like I'm gonna kind of just be saying this under my breath to the others. to where he can't hear me easily.
Just doing halfling.
I mean, I'll do that as well, but I don't know if he speaks it.
That's fair.
But yeah, just under my breath in halfling. So he's a little bit crazy, but is it really hurting anything? Should we just kind of leave him be?
I mean, I suppose.
If I had a silver piece for every time a delusional goblin showed up on my doorstep, I'd have 2 silver pieces.
Not a lot.
Isn't a
but
lot.
It's weird.
It's weird to have it twice. That is also in halfling and in character.
I mean, I suppose they're drawn to you.
Oh,
When else did it
God.
happen?
A long, long time ago, I imagine.
Long, long time ago. In a
Are
world
you calling
far,
Don
far away.
old?
No. I'm just referencing the fact that it might have been another character.
I'm not the oldest one here. I'm pretty sure.
Mhm.
Out of character. Like, pretty sure I'm not the oldest one here.
I don't know. In all honesty, I'd have to look at my age. I think I'm mid to late 20s.
I put my character age as 20.
Oh, then I'm definitely older, I think.
I mean,
No, definitely older than that.
I'm just wondering if I'm the oldest person in the party since I rolled for my age based off of my class using the Pathfinder First Edition rules.
My age is
Fair.
currently blank on my character sheet, so I don't know how old I
Actually, as a gnome, you should be the oldest.
As a gnome, I should be the oldest.
Because let's see. Let me pull up the age, height, and weight reference document.
Yep.
Gnome, adulthood is 40 years. If you're an adult, you are at least 40 years old.
What do I have to roll to determine how old I am?
Did you fall under intuitive classes or
Take Ranger
self-taught?
dice?
Self-taught. So, as a self-taught class,
24.
66.
I can roll
Oh,
that.
jeez.
As a gnome, you get a lot. You're not as old as elves, but
Wee, let him go.
take almost as long to learn as they do.
That's
18?
18 years.
Okay, so you're 58.
Okay, work with that.
What's the life expectancy of a gnome?
Like
Does it say?
Let's see.
200,
So-
150?
Gnome, vulnerable. So old is 150. Middle-aged is 100, by the way. Vulnerable is 200, and maximum age is 200 plus 3 D percentile years.
So you're still very much young.
Yeah,
Oh my
still young.
shy. I am very young. Not a child.
You're like
You're like,
you're at the point that you're not a young adult, but you're
You're
equivalent to
telling
what
me I'm
we
in
are
my
now.
mid-20s?
no, you're like
You're
20.
like equivalent. No, because like 20 would be younger than that. The self-taught gets you past that.
So I'm in my
Um,
30s, got it.
Like early 30. Very
So-
early 30.
Near my own actual
Or
At-
even late 20s.
You said middle age is 100?
Yeah.
They said middle age was 150.
Middle-aged is 100, but adulthood is 20, so... Or, sorry, it's 40. So... If you're not adult until 40 years...
That is an interesting time gap.
Yeah.
Gnomes are weird.
Well, so
mean,
gnomes basically
are-
are like double human.
Because dwarves hit adulthood at 40 as well, but they don't hit middle age until 165. Oh, sorry, 125.
Yeah, so gnomes are basically like
Like-
double the human. If 200 is the cutoff, we just say 100 roughly is cutoff for human.
Except 200 is the vulnerable, and the cutoff is plus 3d percentile years, so they can live up to 500.
Jesus Christ.
Quintuple, okay.
Right, but I mean,
Now, granted, that's rare, but generally they'll live to like 350.
yeah. That's why I'm saying this is really, he's still only like maybe early 20s. Because middle age starts in like mid 30s. For
Middle aged
Middle age
is
is your 50s, roughly.
yeah, middle aged is when you're around 50. For humans. I mean, granted,
Remember,
okay, to be fair, if we go by Pathfinder First Edition rules, middle aged is 35.
Yeah.
And you're old at 53. And vulnerable at 70.
yeah, because middle age is halfway through your adult life.
Because you gotta account for the fact that people just don't live as long.
Mm-hmm.
But also remember, this is Pathfinder 1.
Yeah.
None of that is canon anymore.
Yes, but ages are still a relatively reasonable thing to go by.
Well, the maximum stuff, yes. The adult, no, everyone's an adult at 16 or 18. You don't have to be 100 something to be an adult elf. Because they basically hand waved it away, like we don't care anymore. It doesn't matter. There's no
Yeah.
mechanical distinction, so it
Right.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You can be a child and be a character. Doesn't matter.
Level 0 characters, let's go.
The iconic summoner is literally a child.
Yep.
She's like 12.
Yep.
I don't know. They might change her when they remaster her. Who knows?
Yeah. This is just a relative, hey,
Henry
how
Cavill, yeah.
around how much would they be? But yeah. I think late 20 equivalency is about what our would be based off of that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm technically the oldest.
Yep.
'Cause I would know
From a
before.
pure number of years, you are the oldest by a significant margin.
Yeah.
Because you're 25 years older than I am. And I'm second oldest.
Yes. Attention seeker. I get it.
I'm almost older than the max age of a goblin.
I get it. You are an attention seeker. Yes, you are.
These goblins don't live very long.
I will give you more attention tomorrow, okay? Because I will have time tomorrow.
But what if tomorrow never comes? What if there is no tomorrow?
She don't care. She want it now. Now. Huh. You're a silly doggo.
Huh. A sylph can outlive an elf.
I mean, Genie can, right?
Yeah.
As can
We'll be
Undyne.
right back.
But anyway, back to
Anyway,
the discussion about Knock Knock.
Nephilim.
It's very obvious that Knock Knock is lying at this point.
Mhm.
And you were all talking about like what you should do about it and what you believe. So, what are you gonna do?
Personally, I think we should ignore it. It's not hurting anyone, and it's got a goblin wanting to be heroic and be a good person, presumably.
Laylee will think of it as harmless for now, but she's definitely gonna be like, stranger lying about his heroic deeds.
He seems to have convinced
Keep eye on him.
himself.
That's the worst part. The fact that he's so convinced of a bold-faced lie is terrifying.
Lena's just kind of back into common. Well, just make sure that you're doing things to help people, because that's how to truly be heroic.
To help people. I don't know if that's what Lady Lamash do once, but okay.
I need to make a religion check.
Yep.
Do I have religion? I do.
The
have
other
religion.
thing I was planning to do was a religion check on
The symbol.
symbol, but now I have to make it, even if I'm untrained.
I need recall knowledge. Where is
That at
it?
least should be an easily recognized one.
Where is the recall knowledge religion?
It like weirdly wraps around on my screen.
Yeah, it's like yeah.
Does anyone else want to roll on about that hearing Lamash do? Of the other two?
Dawn, save us. You have intelligence.
I thought religion was a wisdom-based skill.
True.
Religion is
I think
wisdom,
it
and
is.
I'm +0 untrained.
I'm plus 6
Do it
with train.
anyways. Haru's trained.
Haru!
I almost feel like it's a common enough god that just being trained should give it to you.
Haru, are you going to roll?
I'm trying. Here we go.
Did we lose Alex again?
There's my recall knowledge religion.
I think Alex died.
Bleh.
There he is.
Upon hearing the name Lamash 2, are you rolling religion recall knowledge?
You know what? Sure. I'll roll religion because I have it. For some reason, my brain said I didn't have that at a decent number.
That's proof that you weren't here for the full
Everyone but
conversation.
Dawn knows the name Lamash too.
Said what?
Wait, what?
Everyone but Dawn knows the name Lamash too. The mother of all monsters.
Oh, mother of
Oh.
all monsters. Okay.
And he's claiming he wants to be a hero under the name Lamash too.
Back into halfling. Actually, should we just get rid of him? Also, Lena's going to be visibly off-put upon hearing that.
That
And Laylee
Dot.
also will be.
For
So-
reference, the basic note of Lamash 2 is that Lamash 2, the mother of monsters, revels in corruption of the pure. Physical changes and nightmares left by her interventions are treated as gifts by her followers and unwelcome terrors by the outside world. There are some
Yeah.
that find respite or even a family.
Bryce, I am resisting immediately casting a spell to start killing him because think about Lamash 2 and then think about Greenbelt.
Yeah.
Lena is hostile right now. Over that.
I would like to whisper in halfling. The hell's he? Hold on.
the hell's a
Is that
Lamash
Rachel?
do?
What in his name is a Lamashtu?
Mother of all monsters.
And a corrupter of the pure.
A goddess
Yeah.
that would want us all dead.
That
Is-
sounds like more trouble.
So is okay.
And I'm
so-
pretty sure that this guy's a little weaker than us.
So deity, evil, bad god.
Very.
Obviously, that we not gonna like us, opposed to us in every way, basically. Okay, corruption, spoiling. Okay. So hear me out.
Todd, you should offer him an alchemist fire and see if he drinks it.
Is this not the perfect time to waterboard him with the help of?
Oh.
Is this not the
What's
perfect?
wrong with you?
No, because he's delusional and will give you wrong information thinking it's true.
I didn't say I was
Very-
doing information. I said I was waterboarding the goblin.
Can't you do that with alchemist fire?
Unless the vial explodes, it doesn't do anything.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Verdic Body on Kitty.
I'm gonna walk over to Knock Knock, and I'm going to put my hand on his shoulder, on his shoulders, and in the act of doing so, grapple him.
Does Knock Knock respond to me casting a spell?
So
I'm sorry, we're killing Knock Knock.
Can we kill him with knock jokes?
Knock
We
Knock
torment him with
looks and sees the
Even if
spellcast,
we're
goes,
waterboarding with the-
You didn't take the feet dad joke.
what are you doing? And then you start walking towards Knock Knock, and Knock Knock just starts walking back first.
Okay, that's fair. I just rolled that prematurely.
Yeah. Knock Knock's like,
Uh,
come on, let's be friends here. We're both just trying to be heroes.
Knock are you aware of
And-
knock jokes?
As Knock Knock says that, give me a sec. I
How-
have to roll this because it is what Knock Knock is trying to do.
Okay.
Oh god.
Deception.
Not die?
No.
Oh.
Oops. I need a space there.
You know what? That's it. I'm making a goblin named Boblin.
By the way, Lena will
What about Hoblin?
answer the "What are you doing?" with, "Oh, I'm just casting a spell to help Kitty with his digestion." Does that count as a lie?
Yes, that does.
It's technically true.
Oh,
It
God.
has to do with your intent
I know.
behind it.
I'm gonna ask this. I'm gonna ask this. You know, I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna do a diplomacy check. I'm like, Knock Knock, you're aware of who Lamash 2 is, right? Like, well aware.
Okay. So
But I'll wait till you finish.
yeah,
your
let me. So Knock Knock did not succeed on persuading any of you. And it's like when Lena said that, Knock Knock's like, that's not what that is. Then you ask that question. Knock Knock, in response to that question,
I absolutely had Knock Knock in my party in the CRPG.
Knock
I
Knock.
completely forgot that he was the follower of Lamash too, despite that.
Yep. He goes, well, yeah. She's the one who created the 4 Goblin Hero Gods. I'm trying to become one of those. Because I'm made for legends. I'm going to be a great hero. I want to become one of the Hero Gods. That means I gotta follow Lamash too to get her to make me a hero now, right?
Not right.
Coco.
There are other gods you can be
Down.
a hero
Down.
for. Other than Lamash 2. She is not a hero. No, I won't add that last part. It's like there are other gods to be a hero for that do not.
I'm occasionally seeing your desktop on your stream, just so you know.
Yeah, it's because I'm swapping views and just any
Fair.
slight hovering does a flash.
Yep, that's fair.
I saw the flash.
So
I actually have to look into who the hero gods are.
See, part of the issue is, you know, because this is a now partially, you know, a remastered 2E conversion of a 1E thing. You could be a follower of Lamash 2 in Pathfinder 1 and be chaotic neutral. because it's just allowed like within one step of each direction, and she's chaotic evil.
Look, you could be sanctified.
So you could have been neutral evil or chaotic neutral, in addition to chaotic evil for a worshiper of Lamashtu.
Yeah.
And now you can be anything, technically.
You
Yeah,
could
it's
be
true,
good.
because they
You
took
can't be it
because they took it off.
because really you can't be anything.
You could be sanctified. Be holy or unholy.
Does
Can choose
Lamashtu allow
unholy.
holy?
Allows unholy, but their her font is harm or heal.
Interesting.
But if it only allows unholy, it only allows unholy. You can't be holy.
Well, no, can choose unholy. That's it. Yeah, you can't be
You don't
holy.
have
You don't-
to be
You don't
unholy.
have to be unholy.
So,
but you
does anyone want to roll religion checks on what he's saying?
I'll go ahead and do that. Since...
Sure.
Oh wait, that's the wrong roll. I'm
I
gonna
have
reroll.
a high
'cause-
enough.
Let me do this instead. I'm not even looking at whatever I just rolled, so
+0 naked roll. Let's go.
there. I did a hidden one, so
Let's
just ignore my first
go.
one.
Okay.
I would laugh if somehow Don's the only one that knows, even though Don didn't know who Lamashtu is.
Hey,
That would be great.
that's called getting a nat 20.
Yeah, you get a nat 20, we all get
Okay. Here's how this is going to go. Dawn, you hear that the term the hero gods and go, oh, they're heroes. They must not be that bad.
So that's a critical failure.
Alright, a good start so far.
Lena, you just don't know who the hero gods are. Haru and Laylee, however, you know that the hero gods, that the goblin gods are actually split into two different groups: the creator gods and the hero gods. The creator gods were the goblin gods that were created under Lamashtu, to keep the goblins worshipping Lamashtu. The hero gods, are then like sub-gods under those. That no one's certain, that you're not certain how they came to be, but you know that they can exist.
Well, there's thousands of gods. Of course they can exist.
Like, any deeds that they did? Were there any like deeds or anything they might have done that is kind of like, this is not great, or maybe this specific subset isn't the worst, even though Lamashtu's their goddess, which is unlikely.
I kind of feel like you can come to the same conclusion as Lena's coming to without knowing what the hero gods are, which is
Yeah,
if they serve Lamashtu, they suck.
probably.
And they're goblin gods, so they'd probably cause all forms of murder and mayhem.
How far away is he, by the way?
So just to be sure, really quick,
In short range.
Laylee, are you asking about the hero gods or the creator gods? I'm asking
The
that.
hero gods. 'Cause
Roll
I-
another religion for that.
I would like to hot pray knock knock.
Okay. Technically, like, in theory, these might be higher, but I'm just giving them to you because I don't want to make these too difficult. You're making my DC. I'm not making this like impossible to know.
Okay.
The hero gods, from what is known, tend to be like, they show up, but they show up rarely. And more often than not, they're not evil necessarily. They're known for a few potential things, including things like the god of loud noises and pranks, compulsive eating, heroic acts and the forgotten, and battle tactics and rest. So they're not the hero gods are not necessarily evil gods.
Let me guess, the creator gods would be another religion check.
Yes, because you're diving more deeply into specifics.
Gotcha. There's that one then for the creator gods.
You do not know anything about the creator gods.
Hoorah.
Anything specific about them. You just know that they follow Lamashtu for sure.
If only Knock didn't follow the Mosh too, it followed a good god.
Basically, every goblin in general follows Lamashtu.
Dawn doesn't follow the Mosh too.
Don's not a goblin.
Don's not a
That's
goblin.
Don's
racist.
not a goblin.
It's in their name. It's in the very name of the race.
But it's not a goblin! If there was goblin slayers, they wouldn't go for Dawn, they would just go for Knock Knock.
I mean,
Oh,
if they were
they-
goblin slayers in the sense of the anime, they would absolutely go for Don too. But
Well, yes. But
Oh,
It's 'cause he's a
goblins are
hobgoblin.
considered a type of monstrous race, and with that, they follow the mother of monsters typically.
I'll ask this is like, so Knock Knock, are you trying to be like what kind of hero god are you trying to be?
I'd like
You know,
to ask
'cause there's
again, how far away is he?
From you at this point, Knock Knock's probably 20, 30 feet. I'd say he's probably 30, 40 feet away, probably somewhere in there. Like, if you do a rush and use a couple actions, you can get in at him. But just casually walking forward, you wouldn't quite be able to reach and
Well,
do
I would
something
be
in the turn.
casting a spell, and it has a range of 30 feet, so...
Yeah. I'd say he's probably 35 feet away.
Well, since it's a... Let's see... 5 foot
That party wants to shoot him in
square,
the foot, see if I can slow his movement
30
speed down.
feet.
That's a cold shot.
I could use
I'm gonna
3
try to be
actions.
diplomatic.
Well,
He's gonna-
Knock Knock's gonna say, "Oh, I just think that I'm meant for greatness, and I want others to worship me, just like the gods,
Yeah.
just
Anyways,
like
lean-
Kong and Lurlup," specifically mentioning a couple of the hero gods. Lamashu's just the way to get to that.
Who are Kong and Lil?
Lena
Just-
not knowing anything about the hero gods and just hearing him continue on about wanting to be like people based off what Lamastu has said. I'm sorry. I am not continuing the diplomacy.
I was trying to mention like, are you trying to before like continuing? Is like, is it gonna be the prank guy or gluttony guy? And I'm just like, sorry, the appetite one, the one that was about food.
Compulsive eating.
Compulsive eating. I probably would have put that in my phrasing in the question.
Yeah.
Just so that it gave some extra information to the people around me. I wouldn't just be like, yeah, I know what this is. I'm not going to mention it. No, I wouldn't be.
I would be stepping forward slightly and casting floating flame on him.
Okay. Put your spell into the chat, please.
Wants me to place it now.
Well, I don't have a.
The right map to be on.
Yeah. Well, I also don't have a. I don't think I have him as a. Oh, companions.
Yes, now I love
Yeah,
it.
they don't have him in the standard companion list. It looks like. Which is weird, actually, because others are there.
He should be there. He's just an imp.
That's what I'm curious on.
It's okay. I'm sure he can't take an arrow to the knee. You'll have to give up being a hero then.
Why is
I think he's gonna
Knock
give up
Knock
on
was
living.
not going to be getting married.
I forgot that that's what that was like.
It is a Viking term for getting married.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's actually kind of funny that because companions listed are Amari, Jubilost, and Valerie, and then of course Lindsay, who we got somewhere else. I don't know where all the others went.
What did you do with all our companions? Is there a compendium with them?
Well, let me just search the compendium here. Oh, there we go. Port entry.
Compendium. Wait,
Yep.
no, that's for. Oh,
I found him.
those followers.
He was listed in there. So I'll just go to the token scene for a sec here. And as you ask this question, Noxus will be like, oh, more like Techie, the heroic axe guy. Ah!
Heroic axe god is on there.
Yep.
Where he burned to death.
Well, at the end you heard, ah!
Yeah, no, I won't stop Lena. I'm like,
As he does succeed. So go ahead and roll your
Damage still.
yeah.
Can I try another? Damn.
Wow.
Bad roll.
So damage.
at that, what are you gonna try to do, Steve?
I wanted to try another recall knowledge religion, to try to basically try to see if the things that he's saying is innocuous.
Okay.
Kind of a bit of meta, since I understand the goblin gods have changed.
Yeah. I mean, I'm basing it off what Pathfinder Wiki says to this. So.
Well, yeah, that's because PF1 had 4 of them, PF2 has 8 of them, with 4 new ones being like ascended goblins.
Yeah.
That are less evil.
I'm basing it off the 4 hero gods from PF1, since this is written based on PF1.
Well, see, that's the thing, because you said Techie and Lurla, the one with starting with L, those are in PF2, but are not in the PF1 Nethys.
So, but they're in the Pathfinder. They're on the Pathfinder Wiki.
Well, Pathfinder Wiki is not. It is across all versions.
Right.
So it has PF2 stuff in it too.
Yeah. So Techie and Lurlup are PF2. Kong.
Yes, because Kong is also PF2 because he's an ascended goblin.
Yeah. Kong and Zugrio are also there.
Yeah, and then the other 4 are Barghests, basically, from PF1, that are the evil ones.
Yes. And I'm basing it off the 4 ascended hero gods. Because it's very specifically says hero gods in the book, not creator gods.
Yeah, and that's kind of and in PF1 that was a problem because those were called hero gods in PF1.
Yeah.
According to Nethys, which is annoying as hell.
Yeah. But
Just
I'm
like
going to
the
base
one
them on
evil
the ascended goblins, because they say hero gods in the book, and the hero gods currently in PF2 are the 4 ascended.
Yeah, the four ascended.
And he's a goblin wanting to ascend, so it makes sense anyways.
Yep.
He's gonna ascend somewhere.
Technically, he thinks that Lamashtu created the original 4, so it is technically going off the creator gods, but meh. I was giving up half for diplomacy.
He tried,
Fair.
and he failed.
And then he said
Yeah.
axe god, and yep, nope, we're good.
Axe god.
Huh?
No, you
That's what I
heard
heard.
him.
Well,
You heard
yeah.
him screaming.
Heroic acts. Like,
Heroic.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
heroic deeds. That's what I had said. Heroic acts. As the fire catches him.
But he takes damage.
He did take damage. At that, is anyone going to do anything else?
I mean, can I shoot him in the knee?
Go ahead. He's going to turn and start running.
So I'm going to shoot him in the knee.
Okay, you get one attack as a reaction to him running. I will give you that.
I'm just gonna sigh in
Well, it's
disappointment.
19 to
I'm just
hit.
gonna sigh.
That hits.
Wow, yeah.
He gets to take 5 points of damage.
As you hit him in the knee, he just goes, why? As he
Well, it's not going to be an adventure
goes
anymore.
down.
If only it was some other god, but goblins are goblins.
Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, you took a
I will
whole
not
bit.
be sustaining my flame.
Yeah. You took a whole side thing off my list of things to worry about.
Clock stuff.
Look, I'm
God.
sorry. One of Lena's biggest points is her commitment to the green faith. Corruption of things is not okay.
That makes sense, but it also makes me think that Lena is like in like any circumstances relating to nature being harmed is more bloodthirsty than Laylee and
Yes.
Reach.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Lena is very protective of nature.
There is a reason that when killing a boar came up, the
She said
response
no.
was, I will fight the party first.
Oh gosh.
There's a
that-
whole reason why it was released the owlbear so we could just be happy and free.
Anathema. Cause damage to natural settings. Kill animals for reasons other than self-defense or sustenance. Remove an element or indigenous species from a natural area. Encourage imbalance in nature. Allow abuse of natural resources.
which is corruption. Potentially.
Encourage
kinda fits
imbalance
half
in
that.
nature is more the corruption one.
Yeah. Gotta protect nature.
Fair enough. Well,
Do
Like-
we have to loot the goblin?
I mean, better than letting it go to
But-
waste.
But genuinely, like, if we had gone on that quest for the old boar, and we had just gone to start killing it without her fighting the party over it and trying to talk to it, then by all rights, she should lose her magic until she does a ritual at that point.
Yeah, and
Because that
for
hits anathema
giving-
as a druid as well. Anathema as a druid. Despoil natural places. Consume more natural resources than you acquire to live comfortably. Teach wild song to non-druids.
Ah, yes,
Oh.
the beautiful. You can't teach your language, which is fair.
It's a secret language for a reason.
Yeah, the only secret language I believe that's
Look.
listed.
Technically, someone can teach wild song to a non-druid and then do an atone ritual, and then that other person can teach wild song to everyone else that needs to know it.
And that's how the
And then you
party
just get-
got their secret language.
That is hilarious.
I had every plan to have Adari try to convince Moai to teach her. And here's the thing. I have it in my list of future levels picking up druid dedication specifically to learn that.
That's funny. It's probably what would have to happen too, because
It's
Moai
like,
would be like,
fine, I'll learn how to
"Ah."
be a druid and I'll behave by your rules, just teach me wild song.
Because you can teach Wild Song to a druid.
I
That's
was gonna
okay.
say, I would teach her all about being a druid. And then once she took up the faith, alright, here, I'll be your Wild Song teacher.
Mhm.
Proceeds to forget how to be
Well-
a druid. Proceeds to give up his druid.
With the death of Knock Knock, Knock Knock died in the middle of the radish patch. So what do you want to do?
Oh,
Move the body.
Bury the body for fertilizer.
Okay. Do you want to? Anyone want
search the body.
to search the body?
I loot the body.
Okay.
Loot the
Probably
body.
loot first. That thing that we never do that adventurers are supposed to always do.
I see.
Lily just believes in not wasting opportunity. This is so...
I don't know how I can make his inventory available to you guys, other than to just open him up to you, like his sheet up to you. So
Cool, everything can physically go in the party sheet.
I will just give everyone owner. You should now see Knock Knock in the actors, and you can do what you want with his stuff.
Alex, you can
He's-
totally use the kukri.
It's worse than my longsword.
He's got 2 of them.
They're both worse than my longsword.
Agile, finesse, and trip. I guess
Yeah.
You can
finesse
use
doesn't
them to
matter,
trip.
agile.
Or I could just kill things.
To be fair, it can be your off web. I don't know if that actually it would be good for you. We have it. Does Haru have a shield?
Yes.
Okay, never mind then.
I have a shield. I have a longsword. I have 2 composite short bows.
I'm going to take the wooden religious symbol and drop it in the fire.
Okay.
That's fair.
So I'm just going to trash that.
I have
Well,
taken
clearly
one
the
kukri.
rations need to go into our stash so we can turn those.
And the rations can go into the stash.
Sean,
Take
high
a
or low?
short bow for
Hi.
selling. Actually, in all honesty, I might. Just
As you
keep
go
the
to do so, you feel this sense of a rumbling in the air.
Uh-oh, someone woke up Aaron Yeager.
Oh, this is a bad idea, but I'm doing it anyways.
Roll a reflex,
Stop the
please.
gods.
Well, that's why I don't use a short bow. I'm putting this in the party sheet. That's money.
We have to carry that.
I have also taken the
Oh,
thieves' tools.
fine.
I like-
Okay. As you toss it in, you immediately jump back as the flames burst up big out of nowhere. As you watch the flames then kind of go down, but that holy symbol just stays in the fire.
Ah, I can't hold that without being encumbered. Never mind. Why am I
Oh.
encumbered right now? Oh, it's because I never.
While keeping
Sorry,
an
did you
eye on
have your
it,
armor?
I will just do some prayers to the green belt.
Okay.
I meant to sell the armor once.
Lamashtu is not happy on what you did.
I don't care. Lamashtu can be very unhappy with me.
The monster can stuff it, I guess.
And the chance of encounter just increased.
Alright.
Hooray!
Moshi,
Yes,
can
more
you carry the
XP.
one? There. Moshi,
I
can carry
I
the
did the
one.
right thing, guys. We get more XP.
That's crazy.
Also, yeah, Knock Knock was level 1.
Yes.
Yeah, we should have.
Was a
found it.
single level 1 creature. I have to figure it out. I'm trying to do a couple things.
Also, I just realized, of course, we know he's level 1. His sheet says so. I didn't realize that because I brought up his Nephis page.
Uh-huh.
Just to, after he died, just like, oh, what was his AC and whatever. Ah, yes.
Well,
He
Or-
rolled pretty well to succeed on my reflex
Yeah,
save, honestly.
I mean that is his highest stat plus
Yeah.
4.
You guys are level 3.
He's a +9, yeah. Yes, we are level 3.
So he was level 1, so that's 2 levels below you.
Oh, he had very sneaky.
Oh, yeah.
So that is 20 XP.
Hey, 20
Woohoo!
XP is 20 XP. 6, 8, 7.
How many more knocks till we level up?
Well, so
Too
yeah,
many.
they each get it if the battle was worth it. Yep. I had to double check that the rules were like that.
Oh,
6
I'm-
more.
I'm getting my games mixed up of how XP works again.
oh, so I'm gonna go back down to the funny smite number. For now.
So with that, the day moves to the next day. And that's where we will call it for today.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear when you said it. How much XP did you say?
20.
20? Okay.
Yep. 2 levels below you is a 20 XP creature.
Oh, look, the protector tree's still around.
What
Find
protector tree
out
is still
all
around?
On the token scene, there's a protector tree.
No. Technically,
well-
that's just a permanent tree by now.
Yeah.
It wasn't destroyed. It's a permanent tree.
That's how protector tree works. So, rest for night?
Yep. You get your rest for the night. And then that's where we'll stop.
Yeah, protector tree is if the tree is in soil and survives to the end of the spell's duration, it remains as an ordinary non-magical tree and
Yep.
continues to grow and thrive.
You
Which
having
means if it's in
fun?
soil, it thrives no matter how bad that soil is.
Yep.
That's part of the spell.
You having fun in the YouTube chat, Alex?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just in a barren, ashen wasteland. It's fine.
But that is where we're calling it for tonight. One of the potential companions now is instead dead.
Don't mind me.
Yay?
We succeeded our DC 11.
Maybe more
Flat
fun
check.
in a Twitch chat. What was that flat check for?
Oh. I just wanted to see what the button says. I had a D20. I had 11 on it.
What? Where?
In the
It's a flat check
Chat,
DC
right?
11. It's in the
Also
chat
one
on
for
the
DC
right.
5.
there's a
Dying
DC 5
death
and
rolls.
DC 11 flat check, probably because of
Death saving.
concealed and
Yeah.
hidden.
Oh,
So,
which meh on those. It was in the evening, so I wasn't gonna worry about any of that for accuracy.
I mean, it was plenty bright when Haru shot.
Yes,
there was a giant
There was
fireball.
a
exactly.
flying orb of flame.
Yeah, that's the one who has dark vision, so it totally matters.
But anyways, thank you so much for watching. There will not be a Pathfinder game next week. I have some martial arts stuff going on, so I will not be able to do it. We should be able to play the week after, though, as long as nothing else comes up. So, have a good night. And when the party decides we need to kill this NPC because they may be evil, don't get too salty.